Hi everyone, it's Julie. So good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. It is the weekend and we are officially out of school, as you may know. I am an elementary art school teacher or an elementary art teacher, and we just got out of school. So summertime. Teachers, I don't know if you realize this, they really do need the summer to recharge because we don't just work our contract hours. We often come in early. I've been coming in 2 hours early all week long to unload my kiln and get clay projects home so kids can enjoy those. And then also I stay late. Last night I was at the school quite late tidying up the room because we just never have adequate planning time. So we do need the summer to recharge because we're often not getting paid for all the extra hours that are necessary to have a good art program. Or it doesn't even have to be art, it can be any classroom. In order to have a quality program, you have to work beyond what your contract hours are. So I am very happy. I'm probably going to be on video a lot more this summer, going over, Seint makeup and whatnot, and just sharing with you guys all the cool things that I'm into. But I'm also very busy during the summer. I do VBS. For those of you who don't know, that's Vacation Bible School, for kids that want to come and learn about the Bible and do arts and crafts. It's a great opportunity because the parents can drop them off and the kids, it's kind of like a camp. We do music, we do arts and crafts, we do PE, we sing, we dance. It's really fun. And a lot of the kids from my community will attend, even if they're not normal churchgoers or whatnot. But it's good to have hope in a world where there's not much. There's just so much, negativity and suffering. It's good to have hope, beyond that. So the Sweet Treat Collection by Seint is what we'll be getting into today. So this is our website. As you may or may not know, I am a Seint artist affiliate. I mostly sell Seint to my friends, coworkers, and family, but I am, looking forward to serving some of you guys as my clientele. I do have a makeup artistry background, a fine arts background. I worked for over 12 years in the makeup industry, working for brands like Christian Dior and Sephora. So I do have a lot of training in those fields. But I just came across Seint. A coworker was selling it who had no makeup artistry background, and I gave it a try. I was not really thinking that I would be a loyal customer because I was at the time really into luxury makeup and whatnot, just doing things for my skin using high-priced items. But when I found Seint, I realized that you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a good quality product. These products are actually very luxurious, very good quality, and oftentimes better than some of the more high-priced items. So I started noticing, I love this makeup so much. I'm spending a lot of money on it. Why not become an affiliate? And at the time they were a multi-level marketing brand. And, I didn't really feel too great about that because multi-level marketing does have a negative spin on it, because you're recruiting, and I never really recruited anybody who didn't want to be an artist. They always came to me. I never reached out. But anyways, the multi-level marketing days are gone, and now we are an affiliate company. So I share a link with you if you're interested in the content that I put up here on YouTube. If you're interested in the makeup, then you can actually support me by buying through my link. And if you have an artist already, if you have an affiliate that you work with and you find my information, helpful, you can still purchase from me or them. And, there's no hard feelings. It's just who you feel comfortable with. And it really should be about who you enjoy shopping with. But I like to share. I like to share things for free anyways. I'm a giving person. So we're going to get into the Seint palette here. And this is called the Sweet Treat Collection. And there's a reflection on the screen, but this collection is going to give you 3 of their, newer formula shadows. They're not your typical shadow. They have speckles in them. They have, like a shifting quality, color shift. And you also get a brush cleaning tile, which is like a piece of like foamy mesh material. And you can take your brush and just rub it along that tile, and you get all the little flakes and dust powders that fall into the bottom of the pan. So it's just a quick cleaning, product. But of course, I always love our Seint brush cleaner. This is just really a good product. Really a good product. All right, so let's see here. This says, introducing the Sweet Treat Collection, featuring an exclusive summer square palette in the design blue metallic. It has a 1/2 inch brush cleaning tile in the following shades of the season. So we have Sugared, which is a duochrome eyeshadow. It has purple and gold shimmer, similar to Una, but with golden highlights. And then Candyland is a duochrome violet and fuchsia eyeshadow with blue glitter, a bolder, bluer take on Mejija. And then Blue Satin is a marbled blend of blue, purple, and white, creating a frosty periwinkle similar to Duke, but with more purple. It's marble design as a multi-tonal dimensional effect. Now this is limited edition. It's curated. It's your must-have collection to elevate your eye looks this season. And it is going to be $49. It's a $70 value. So again, here is the picture. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Oh, and the palette, let's see if they have a picture of the palette. This is the palette. It is a silvery blue purple shifting palette. It's about, I don't have one here. It's about half the size, maybe a little bit more, about 2/3 the size of this palette here. So it's gonna be a square, okay? But I just wanted to show you guys these colors today. So let's go ahead and show you Sugared. I'm gonna do some swatches. See if we can get it to focus. Is this it? There we go. Sugared and Candyland and Blue Satin. Okay, so Sugared is here. Kind of get in closer so you can see that. Pretty. And this is the color. Look at that. It's like a purpley gold. Let's see if we can see that here. Trying to find a good place. Will it focus? There we go. That's beautiful. And then we have Candyland. Candyland. You can see the pigment is really nice. Even after I've swatched it, it's still on my finger. Candyland. Here we go. And we have Blue Satin, which has that marbled effect. Those are the colors. So they're not garish, they're just really soft. Those are the colors. Just this camera takes a while to focus. So we're gonna try those on today. I probably pair these up with like a matte shadow. That's just what I would do. So I'm gonna get my brush cleaner and we'll do some eyes today. So again, if you're interested in these glasses, these are the Pair Eyewear, P-A-I-R, and we have the, I think these are gone, they're limited edition, but they were like a metallic brushed bronze topper that went on them, and they're really pretty. But I just ordered some more. And this style frame is the tortoise shell in the Zuri, and I really do like this style. But these are readers. Right now they work perfectly because I'm looking at the camera closely, but if I was looking at something really far out, it would be blurry. So I do have some progressives in a different style. Let me see, I have these here. These are the Wanda style, and these are my progressives. So I can wear these all day long. And those are more of that cat eye, that vintage or retro cat eye. And then I had a creator that doesn't work for Pear create this for me. These are the clear in the Wanda, okay? So let's go ahead and try these shadows on. I'm gonna take the glasses off and we're gonna get an eyeshadow brush. My favorite shadow brush is the original, which I don't see here. I think I might have left it. You know what? It's in my daughter's dance bag. She's got a recital this weekend. So I left it in her dance bag. But I like their, I think this is called the Smudge eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit larger of a bullet on there. And I'm gonna use just a tissue and some of the brush cleaner to clean the brush. I love our birthday cake scented brush cleaner. I love it. Let's go ahead and see how we can get this clean. It just works so perfectly. And now we're gonna go ahead and just take a look at the eyelid. I did use some of our Seint color correcting cream on the eyelid to kind of neutralize some of the colors. And I think I can go ahead and get started. So the first color I'm gonna use is I'm going to try to use the sugared all over the lid. So that's this color right here. See if we can get it to focus. I'm gonna use sugared all over the lid. So let's go ahead and tap in there and see what we get. This is gonna be a really cute little look for summer. And these just go on so pretty. Make some room over here. I don't have any room on this table. You can see how that has like a gold purple shift. Really pretty. And our shadows last really nicely on the lids. They don't disappear usually like other brands, and they're very smooth and pigmented. Like I've noticed some of the more luxury lines, their shadows have gotten really hard to work with. They're kind of powdery and they're like really hard packed into the 10. So you really have to use a lot of product. But look at that. I'm sorry to get so close to my face. I know that's not flattering. All right, I'm gonna clean my brush and then we're gonna use some of the Candyland. Let's see what this will do. We just add a little bit of that to the brush. Let's see how I'd like to use that today. I think I wanna use this. It's so pretty all by itself, really. Just kind of use this in the crease. Let's do something fun today. Something more artistic. Candyland, okay? And then we want to try the blue satin. Now you don't have to use all these colors. You don't have to use them all together. You can use them all over the lid. One day you wear sugared, one day you wear blue satin. It's totally up to you how you want to use them. And then let's see how we want to use blue satin, because that one's really light. Let's try using this in the inner corner. So I'm just going for this one right here. And we are going to do this in the inner corner. You can see how perfectly that goes with the collection. Let's do some inner corner and let's do some outer corner. This to me reminds me of a luxury makeup look for the summer, like a Dior color collection story. I used to get so excited whenever Dior would come out with their color stories for each season. So those are the colors. These are the colors that you get in the Sweet Treat collection. They're very pretty. Now let's try to do an eyeliner. Let me see what I have available. Put my Zuris on again. Really like them with the gold topper. Love that. Let's find the eyeliner that I was using yesterday. Here it is. This is the Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. This works perfectly. I don't have false eyelashes on this week, and that is because I like to give my lashes a break in between wear. So I'm gonna just kind of show you guys. I kind of angle down. I'm using a magnifying mirror. It's really good to have a magnifying mirror for makeup application, especially for like eyeliner application. But I don't recommend it for using and scrutinizing your entire face, because nobody can see all your pores and wrinkles like you can in a magnifying mirror, so don't worry about it. And I like to do like a little bit of a wing. I also like to go on the bottom, but let's do the other side. Let's do the other side real quickly. I love doing my makeup in natural light. It's really relaxing. And then I like to kind of flare up. And you really should be looking back and forth between both eyes when you're applying your liquid liner, just making sure that they match. Okay, now we can decide if we want to do some liner on the bottom, which I usually do like to have liner on the bottom. So I just kind of go between the lashes. This is going to make them look a little bit thicker than they are. And again, I like to have a magnifying mirror for when I'm doing this, because you don't want to over apply. Okay. And today we're going to use the Seint mascara, since I don't have my false lashes on today. And there's the liner on the bottom. You could totally smudge some shadow over the top, which we could do. Let's do that with our smudge brush. This is the Seint, no, this is not the smudge brush. I can't remember what this is called. It was a newer brush. Can't remember. We'll have to get the names of the brushes and put them in the comments or wherever we put those. Let's go back to our collection and use one of the shadows that we have. I think that what would look good? I don't know if I want to do the Candyland because that's too much pink, but maybe the blue satin would be pretty. I'm going to go back to the blue satin because that's really brightening. It's going to brighten up underneath there. And yeah, it's going to contrast with that black liner nicely. So instead of being a smoky day eye, it's going to be just a brightening effect underneath the eye. And now we can do our mascara. So let's do the curler, because I'm really loving using an eyelash curler. I never used eyelash curlers before Seint, so they came out with two eyelash curlers. We have the what is it called? The half moon eyelash curler and the crescent moon, which is less deep of a curve, more wide. You can see how much wider this is. And this one is more narrow and deep of a curve. So this one would be for people that have like a really defined socket, eye socket, and this one would be for someone that doesn't have as deep set of an eye. So I use this one. I thought I would like the other one, but I don't. It doesn't fit my eye at all. I think this one is probably going to be for most people. So let's go ahead and lean in. And I'm just gonna have my magnifying mirror. I'm trying to figure out where I can have this without it obstructing your view. Maybe right here is good. Just kind of clamp the eyelashes and hold. And then I'll come over here and do the same. I just love how Seint has been expanding their entire line of products lately. And the quality is always fantastic. It's always really good. And my favorite mascara for the top lashes is going to be our Seint Lash Velvet mascara. Lash Velvet is going to be the most dramatic, most volumizing brush and formula. So we're gonna go ahead and lean in, and we're gonna do this one. Hopefully you can see. This one is an older tube, so I can see that it's drying out just a little bit. I've had this, I don't know, maybe it's 3 months now, and that's about the time you gotta throw it out. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this brush. This is our lash brush here. This brush you can use kind of at the end to just really get all the clumps out. It's really nice just to fan through at the end with this. It's also good for the bottom lashes too. Okay, and it's good for the bottom lashes, and it's also good because it has like a little bullet on the end, and you can smudge and smoke away any clumps of mascara that have fallen. Okay, let's do the other eye. How are we liking the Sweet Treat collection on the eyes? It's very pretty, isn't it? Okay, let's do it. I like to hold my magnifying mirror underneath to get the ultimate length. Except my hair is on the side of my head today and it's getting in the way. Do a little bit more over here. If you kind of squint your eyes, you can get a little bit more length. where if you have your eyes wide open, you're gonna hit this brow bone up there. All right, and just to let you know, I am 45 years old, for those of you that are wondering. And I think there are, you know, things that you can do to make yourself look younger, and I think Seint is definitely one of those things. Their makeup is so flattering. It's so flattering on any age skin, but especially older skin, it really does the trick. This is the Lash Leather Mascara, and it is a tubing mascara, and it's got a really nice plastic wand, and it really separates the bottom lashes nicely. You could totally use this on the top as well. And I think this is probably my favorite mascara from Seint. It is just really pretty. And it's great because it doesn't smudge or make your under eye area look dirty. I like a really spiky under eye area, kind of like Twiggy, the model from like the 60s. I like that. And then you can go back to your eyelash brush, which is somewhere here on the table. I don't know where I put it. Here it is. And this little bullet end is great for getting those little dabs of mascara that you got on your skin. Great, great product. Now I'm just gonna take this in and just make sure everything's blended. I don't really like to put eyeshadow underneath my eyebrows at all. Okay, so there is the Sweet Treat Collection. And let's do some lips, because I think that's the last thing that I need to apply. Kind of lift the mirror up a little bit. It's a little bit low. Much better, much better. Okay, so let's do some lips. I have my lip brush here. This is also a Seint brush. It's got a really tiny brush here. And I'm gonna do some lip liner. And we have a lip liner, it's called Velvet lip liner. And it's this one right here. It's a nice neutral tan shade for lining the lips. I'm gonna go in with this mirror brush here. And I do think that as we age, our lips get less defined and more narrow looking. I really like the way this product adheres to the skin. Then I have been loving our new lip balm. This is the Lip Whip. I have been loving this. Like when I've done my skincare and I'm waiting on the sunscreen and the moisturizer to kind of soak in, I use this on my lips. And I noticed that the Seint satin lip formulas, which are usually very dry, they go in a lot better. And I think I want to use, I was using a color called Tango, which I think has been discontinued, but I have it on the cheeks. Let's go ahead and see what other options that we have today. I've got a humongous palette here, which I did some alcohol inking on. If you can zoom in on this, maybe I need to be behind it. I don't know, I can't figure out this camera. But I did some alcohol ink experimentation on it. But this is the Pro palette, and I've got pretty much every lip and cheek color that Seint makes. These are the satins. They're more of a dry formula, more long lasting. These are the glosses. They're shiny and glossy and just really pretty. And then these are like limited edition shades, which we no longer carry. So I'm just gonna choose a color. I'm gonna put my glasses on because these are so cute. I think I wanna do something really fun. Let's do this color. This is the Ultraviolet. I think this is still available on the site. Waiting for it to zoom in. It's really pretty. On the lips, I'm gonna use this brush. And this is what we call a semi-gloss formula, I believe, because it's not as dry as the satin formula and it's not as glossy. And this is going to be nice and long lasting. It's really fun, really fun color. And Seint just came out with these, you know, like a month or two ago. Then you can use any gloss. My favorite gloss is the Dior Maximizing Gloss because this actually does plump the lips. Another favorite gloss is the Seint lip oils. These are gorgeous. Let's do Seint today. I don't think these are as plumping, but they are really pretty to have in your bag. Really moisturizing, really smooth. All right, so what do you guys think? I think I want to add some of this Ultraviolet as my blush today. It's really pretty. I think I like it better than what I had on prior. Look at that. Once you try the Seint cream blushes, it's going to be hard to go back to a powder. It just is. So I'll make sure to list all these products that I've used. Let's see here. Looking for a powder. I think I have one right here in this cute palette here. Vanilla Dust powder is a great powder to have. This one is almost out. I'm just going to take the shape brush. I'm just going to kind of take this over everything and just kind of mattify those shiny areas that I don't like to have shine in. I don't like the T-zone to be shiny. And then I've got my brush. I have the not the Dyson, but the Shark Airwrap tool, and that is what is giving this volume today. Have you seen any of my other videos? Have you seen them where my hair is just really thin? I don't know if that's gonna work, but I don't think you can see my hair because it's so dark, but it's a great tool. The Shark Airwrap, it has like the curling rods, it has your round brush. I've let my hair set a little bit while I'm doing my makeup, so it has lots of volume and it's definitely holding the curl that I've achieved. So that again is the Seint Sweet Treat Collection. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Sorry I'm not as upbeat and like bubbly as other people, but I just really like a relaxing tone to my videos. So look at how gorgeous those colors are on the eyes. And then of course the Ultraviolet lip and cheek color and on the cheeks as well. My foundation that I'm wearing is Seint as well. I'm using Sandy and Candlelit on my face. Seint, Candlelit, and Sandy. I am so sorry, I have everything all over the place. So this is like a mess over here. But anyways, Seint makes a cream makeup, so that's what I have on today. I have on the Seint Sandy all over, and then the Candlelit kind of as a brightening color. And then I have on Astoria Contour. This is the Astoria Cream Contour, and I use that. So I use everything Seint. If you are interested in being color matched, if you are interested in any of the items from this video, and you would like to purchase from me, I will leave the link in the description or in the comments. Please let me know if you have questions about this makeup. Please let me know if you have questions, period, and I'd be happy to answer those. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be sure to hop on many more times this summer and share with you, new products, things that are helpful for those of us that are struggling with aging and looking younger and looking our best. I'll be happy to share with you those things. So again, my name is Julie, and I'm a Seint Artist Affiliate, and you guys be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.